people think making a great thumbnail is about great design, nice colors, clean layouts, good font. But actually, some of the ugliest thumbnails on YouTube have millions of views, and some of the most beautiful ones have almost none. Because it's not about design, it's about the format. These are 6 specific formats that make people click almost automatically. And in the next 6 minutes, I'm gonna break down all of them. A thumbnail has one job: get the click. That's really just it. Not to look cool, not to win a design award. You want to make someone stop scrolling and think, I must watch this. And the way you do that is to tap in the psychological trigger in their brain. There are many thumbnail formats that do exactly this. Here are 6 of the best ones. Format 1, pain points. In this case, people don't click because they're curious. They click because they're suffering. When someone sees a thumbnail that shows their exact problem, for example, they're overweight, or they might have severe dandruff like me, or they're just lonely like me, something fires in their brain that says, that is me, and I need to watch this right now. The thumbnail is basically saying, I see your pain and I have the answer to it. You'll see this everywhere in the self-improvement space, the business space, the creator space. Someone looking stressed, a face full of problems, a title that calls out this exact frustration. Use this when your video is solving a real specific problem your audience already has. Keyword, audience. Format 2, transformation. This format taps into one of the most powerful things in human psychology. People are wired to notice change. Their eyes literally go to it automatically. It's very simple. You know the unwanted or problematic state on the left and the desired state on the right? This format prompts the viewer's brain to fill in the gap and think, I want to go from this to that. I want that. It works really good for fitness, business, design, productivity, and anything where it's possible to show a visible before and after. The bigger and more visceral the gap, the more compelled the viewers are going to click. The third format is called social hacking, and it's sneaky in the best way. The idea is simple. You borrow someone else's attention, and you do this by putting a celebrity, a brand, a TV show, or anything people already recognize. The brain sees something familiar, it lights up, and they click to find out what the connection is. Mr. Beast does this. I mean, channels that go viral overnight do this. Now, you don't have to fake a collaboration, you just have to make the association very clear. Use the brand, the logo, the face, whatever makes your viewer stop and say, wait, what does this have to do with them? The beginner format is underrated. There are millions of people right now who are just starting something. YouTube, a business, a skill, a lifestyle. And when people see a thumbnail that speaks directly to them as a beginner, they feel like it was made for them. You don't even have to use the word beginner. You can show it visually by using images of basic tools or a step-by-step layout. This format does 2 things. It filters for the right audience and it lowers the barrier to click, because beginners already feel overwhelmed. So if your thumbnail says this is for you and it's going to be simple, that's a really powerful promise. The me format is about scale and contrast. You put yourself in the thumbnail, but the context does all the heavy lifting. Use this when you're doing something visually striking. Maybe you're in a remote or strange location, or you're doing a challenge, or your video could do with a scale comparison. You could be standing on top of a mountain or inside a giant maze, or you're next to something enormous. Then that's the word me with a big arrow pointing to you. This works because it creates instant visual curiosity. The viewer sees the massive environment and the tiny human, and their brain asks, how the hell did they get here? What is this? What happened? The 6th format is extreme. It is the loudest format of all the 6, and it works because humans are hardwired to pay close attention to danger and intensity, because that's how we stayed safe, which helped us survive. We've been that way for thousands of years, the format is just leveraging this fact. When something looks extreme, like a stunt or a dangerous situation, something that makes your stomach drop, you can't just look away. That's why these thumbnails don't even need that much text sometimes. You want to use images that can do the heavy lifting. Now, you don't have to risk your life to use this format. The extreme format is about emotional intensity. It can be shock, it can be disgust, it can be something so bizarre that it stops your scroll cold. The point is, the image should feel like something you have never seen before. So, there you have it. Pain point, before and after. Social hacking, beginners, me, and extreme. But knowing the formats is only the first step. The real skill is figuring out which format to use for your specific audience, and then executing in a way that stands out from everything else. So if you want to skip the trial and error and get thumbnails built around your specific niche, your audience, and your content, that's exactly what I do for my clients. Book a free call with me at thethumbnailprime.com. The link is in the description, dude. I'll see you there. Peace.